right now. Like they are bigger fishes he's trying to fry.
Maybe you shouldn't waste Sagodi's time.
Yeah,
it's too small,
there's something called Adidas attack. Basically, Adidas attack is where you attack a website.
Oh, DDoS. hyphen DOS.
Yeah, okay. DDoS. So you do that by sending, every search, every Google search or anything is a request to that website.
Okay.
So you have overwhelmed the website with requests.
Okay.
So that's how they I remember there was a time, I think the KRA website, I don't know, was it eCitizen?
Yeah, it was on that time.
Yeah, so it's a very concerted effort to so you just overwhelm the system with requests. So anyone who's trying to get any service from that website can't.
Nowadays I've gotten into the habit of praying before nichomoke kabla nilale.
Yeah.
So the other day kuna siku mazeni nimeinama hapo mazeni nimeanza kuomba mazeni, lakini nilianza na ma request kadhaa. Yeah. Kanikajiita mkutano katikati hiyo maombi. Cheki haya kuna historia ndani yangu inapiga makelele. Alafu kuna historia account yangu inateremka sana mazee Sagodi. Alafu haya mazee mbona sina dem bro? Historia kwa bila dem mazee naumia. Si unaniona kila morning naumia bro. Alafu so I was like you guy, if at all I had a friend say like you, okay, and then I call you all the time, and the first thing I do is tandika you with 58 requests. I'm sure you'll stop picking up my phone.
And I think also in terms of prayer or even your relationship with God, it doesn't have to be at you when you're pitiing. Like even in the good times you should at least pray and say Sagodi yenyewe.
But you don't remember?
You don't remember Sagodi. Like this is the
Friday,
good times.
It's Friday night. Wait, Brand door. Cheki niaje niaje uko viti? Polite. You guys
really hang out with the enemies, you guys, during the good times, you guys. You forget about Sagodi.
You guys, that's why I'm telling you, Sagodi apige hiyo kazi yake, si tupige hii kazi yetu hapa wind down. So remember, we're going to take over the wind down, Bashir and I, and you definitely, and just have heart-to-heart conversations up in the studio for this hour. We are live on YouTube, right?
Yeah, we are. We are live on YouTube, we are live on X, and we are live on Facebook.
That's so.
Also, the website is covering this particular open mic hour, so you are spoiled for choice. Where more to?
You guy, Maze. So, as we were thinking about what we're going to discuss, you said you feel like talking about dating.
Yeah.
Dating iko kwa roho yako?
I feel like we have to talk about it. I think this is something. It's like I was telling you, like this entire topic of love, like love and relationships, like even just the amount of songs, the literature, like just like it's something that I think I was telling someone, I'm like, my parents, like no one has ever really figured out this love thing.
Do you think our parents used to operate with our current version of love? Like say my dad, I never ever saw him hugging my mother. In fact, I used to wonder how I was created. Because ama jamaa wako wanakaribiana. Ilikuwa tu hello, chekiaje? In fact, they used to call each other I say, because they couldn't bring themselves to call each other pet names in front of the children. So they'd call each other, check, I say. I'm a Papa Pepe.
Okay, I remember once I saw my dad kissing my mom and I didn't amini you guy.
Ulimwona akimpiga munju.
You guy, naiko ati munju ati French kiss just ile on the cheeks.
Hey, you guys, shout out to your dad.
But it was weird because also them, like you see, like the way you're saying, like it's not something they usually did. So it was just, I think it was her birthday or something. So he decided to buy her flowers and then kissed her on the cheeks.
So these guys, despite their non-modern romantic way of doing things, and I'm not going to, they have their issues, but they somehow stuck together for long. And then I think their courtship periods were shorter. I remember my ex-wife was telling me that her dad, my father-in-law at the time, when he met her mother, when he met his wife, let me use that to make it simpler, he just looked at her and said, wewe nataka ukue bibi yangu. And then she was like, wewe kichwa yako iko sawa? Then she left. Then this guy got her contacts and just started looking for her. After a month, akampata. I think alikuwa anafanya job huko Isiolo. So akaenda akamtafuta kidogo mazee. Jamaa anapeleka he actually took his own cows to this mother's home. And then wakawana.
I think
so. I don't know about this modern way of dating for 3 years. Kabla muone. You can't just meet someone kama chess. Unaona kama hiyo picha ya chess. So unaona hiyo picha ya chess. Nasema unaweza sana.
dem ako wapi.
And then you guys
unaweza nitumia namba ya dem.
You guys. And then I call dem. And then next week Friday hivi mazini tuko na wewe hapo kwake na kina abstracts.
Yeah.
Tunaenda kwa kina chess. Then I go tunafanya hizo ma ritual. Cheki. Kuna maua tumeona ndani ya hii compound. Na unajua hiyo the one will be vibing you guys. Yeah. So kuna maua tumeona hapa and now tumekujia hiyo maua.
You guys, you're there with your uncles, you guys, they're wearing these big blazers. Do you ever where do they get these coats? You guys, why can't our uncles just wear blazers and suits that zinawatosha?
I think kuna duka ya coats pale.
Some uncle.
I think when you become an uncle, you guys, unaonesha hiyo duka.
You guys, one of them is already drinking, you guys. They have like a quota inside that. Maybe it's utility, you guys.
You guys, so Jackie, so you save a lot of time in this manner of this. I feel, and sorry for hogging the mic, I feel like as you're growing older, you know what you want.
Yeah.
And you want what you know.
Yeah.
So you can actually just look and say, me, this person looks like someone I can skizana with. There's no use of dragging this dating thing over 3 years.
Yeah.
Then you just get married.
Yeah, I do agree. And I feel like the difference also is with them, I don't think, even when you look at marriages, and I think I was telling you this, like in like old times, like kingdoms, like you'd be like, I want my daughter to marry your son so that we can solidify our working relationship, or like if it's like royalty or something. Like I feel like marriage, kitambo, and also like dating, it was because people like love fluctuates. You can love someone today and tomorrow you don't feel the same, but if you are aligned with a higher purpose than just love, and I feel that was what even with our parents, like for them it was more utility over anything else. Like yes, they do have love for each other, but it's deeper than just that. It's about family, it's about legacy, it's about kids.
I was reading a book called From Shako to God by what's this guy's name? Sijui mbona hizi majina zoni.
Nilikwambia mazee anza kula mazee ma fish head.
What is the name of your minister? Jenga Karume? Alikuwa anaitwa Jenga Karume, right?
Yeah, I think so. You cannot ask me just me hata sijui unaongelea nani, so you can't ask me to confirm someone who you don't even know.
Let me check. So this guy wrote a book called From Charcoal to Gold.
Yeah.
He's a Kenyatta era former, yeah, Jenga Karume, yes. So here he is, ndio picha yake. So this guy, he's a Kenyatta era guy.
At least mazee suti yake inamtosha you guy.
So this guy, he was married to some lady.
Yeah.
And they had a nice family coming up. And then later, he writes in his book, I'm just quoting his book, right?
Yeah.
He writes that he wanted to buy a farm in Molo. So he wanted to do dairy farming in Molo. So he said he talked to his pal and married that guy. I don't know if he's a pal, but he married a chick, another lady, to take care of that farm, you guys, in Molo. So you guys, you're scaring that more or less business arrangement.
Yeah.
Like it was not, maybe they grew in love, but he was saying he needed someone in Molo to run the farm.
Yeah.
And who else but a wife?
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? And I'm not saying this in agreement. I'm just highlighting. Let's nipate.
Yeah, I'm seeing your eyes. Your eyes are glowing, you guys. Like you've gotten a bulb moment idea.
That is not my plan, but it's an interesting thing to study. Where you're marrying, as you're saying, out of utility, out of some sort of mutual need.
Yeah.
And as you're saying, many of these guys of Kitambo used to practice that.
Yeah.
Sometimes I look at some of my Indian friends. You guys, those guys have arranged marriages.
Yeah.
So your dad goes and says, like, I remember my elder brother, shout out to him. I can talk about him now because ayuko Kenya. Unless ako pale rgk.co.ke.
You guys tune in.
You guys, my dad, huyu jamaa alikuwa amekawia sana bila kumari. So my dad was like, I've seen your slacking in this endeavor. So I've decided I'm getting for you a woman.
I've decided.
You guys niliisha angu yote you guys. So budangu, so that's how they used to do kitambo.
Yeah.
So my dad goes to his friend's house. Anasema, hey, Baba Bashir, me have a son called Manu. In this area of yours, do you guys have somebody
who's ready for marriage?
Alafu jamaa anatoa ma recommendation. Cheki, una ule mtoto wa Kiprotich ambaye she's a very brilliant, very good family. Very good. because you know they've done research on that family.
Background.
They know kama ni night runners, you guys kama ni wagongaji, you guys warogi, you guys they've done all the background check that you need. Right. And then ananipigia anasema, hey, my dad calls and says, hey, by the way, Baba Kiprotich has a very nice daughter who I want you to marry. Okay, so I'll hook you guys up next week. You guys, you hook up and start a family, you guys.
I think that's.
And then you live happily ever after. The modern way of doing things. Mimi natoka hapa RGK. Hizo siku zenye nilikuwa na chapa drinks. Alafu nakimbia pale hiyo place yetu ya wababa.
1 2 3.
And then as I'm there naona kitu safi. Ina dance. Check. Hey.
Unasemanga ukiona chaelea jua kimejengwa ama anasemanga you guy mali.
Wameka bini man you guy. Take me yeah. So because of how you know her hips, lips and fingertips. Nasema huyu mtu acha nichukue huyu mtu twende na yeye kwangu. Alafu in a few weeks naambia huyu mtu ambaye sijui background yake. I don't know their health background, I don't know what they do, but because of the hips, lips and fingertips, I love the accent. Unajua kitambo nilikuwa na bwago sana na accent.
Nilikuwa najua hiyo ndio weakness yako.
Check Emmanuel, you have such a nice voice. Check, can I marry you?
You guys, me nilemewa na madem wa my accent, honestly. Me, I don't know. I really tried because we're having a conversation. I'm hearing the words that you're saying, but 0% understanding. Like your accent ukinipiga na hizo
ma. Wimbo.
So mimi mazee nakuwa kama MC Exodus. Check
his accent overrated nowadays. I'm over that stuff. But shout out to us to Max.
It took you 43 years.
I think I had low self-esteem. You know that accent sometimes people think you're better off. In quotes because you have an accent. Which I don't think is proven. But back to my story. So I meet this accent person, hips, lips, fingertips, take them home, all right, and decide a month later that I'm going to marry this person, and shout out to everyone who's met like that. It's a whole new world. But to be honest, which system among these two would give you a more surefire result? And I'm not talking about just the dude and the chick, even the chick and the dude. Because even the chick needs to know who this guy is. Like, jamani nani? Does he have 8 children in Shago?
Is he married? Because let me tell you, there's no one who's more single than a married man.
Kwanza hiyo club yetu ya wazai you guy.
Cheki wazee anaingia akitoa pete kwanza you guy. But unajua shida ya pete inaachanga print. So you guy mzee ako hapo you guy, you see this the where the ring is you guy, it's white.
You guy mazi hiyo kitu inatuangushanga sana you guy. Hiyo kitu uitoi hapo unaitoa hapo kwa roundabout ya Hills.
Cheki ukiingiza kwa hiyo koti yako kubwa cheki no. Listen Jen, really I can't even lie to you. I really wish I met you before I married my wife.
Imagine she stresses me so much. Me, I just need a shoulder to lean on. Is your shoulder available? Where is your shoulder going tonight?
I'm convinced sometimes when it comes to this dating manenos, it's always about novelty. You know, like because you are intrigued because it's new. Like this is a stranger. You know, like you've become so familiar with the one you're dating. You're like this. You want something new.
True.
And then you do that, and then you choke her with this one because now you're familiar with her. Then you look for another new one. It's always just about novelty.
It's called a dopamine rush. So when you meet a new person, kuna ile hata mkienda kupiga mamunju, you guys unafunga macho. Alafu you breathe like a weirdo. Check, why are you breathing like that? So, in terms of those two systems, I feel like the older one had its advantages. Maybe it wasn't perfect, but it had its advantages. Nowadays, we're just meeting, unaenda, swipe right, swipe left. But, I don't know, in terms of the Gen Zs, I feel like you guys are even moving faster than us guys. Like I've met younger chicks, they just they hit on me, you guys. Wanakuja wanakwambia, hey, how are you? Hey, you're looking nice, I love your specs, what's your number?
It's giving.
Do you
So,
it's giving maturity.
I don't have a good relationship with my dad, and I feel like, you will really help me align my life.
You guys, what's up with that, you guys?
I think for us, first of all, with Gen Zs, we have like hookup culture is a big thing. Like we
hookup means you'll go sleep with the partner.
Yeah, it's very big. Like
hookup is not meeting, because
you guys were hooking up. You're just meeting.
I wanna hook up with Chess. It means to meet.
No, sisi ni meeting, but now like meet with
for really
MEATIZ.
That is crazy, you guys. But why is it so normal?
I don't know. I think we've normalized it so much. Like you meet someone, and by the end of the night, you're in bed together. Like I feel like that's how. Like we do not really invest in this long term. You see how you'd wait. Like even the concept of waiting for CGV marriage. Like you guys actually did that. Like you meet a lady, and you actually you go through the entire process of courtship. Like us, we don't have that courtship, man. That is squeezy story at talking stage. Like we don't even do like a talking stage anymore. We are like talking stage ya nini. Fanya hivi, mimi nimechoka kuambia my favorite color is purple. Mimi nitakutumia PDF file.
Seriously?
Yeah, all the things that I like, what I don't like, nilienda shule wapi. We tuharakishe maneno, you guys. Masaa ni machache, mambo ni mengi. So I feel like you guys really invested in, and it really helps because you get to know the person you're dealing with.
Yeah, because look at, like I was reading about the career of Michael Jackson. One of his problems, in quotes, was he was a perfectionist. So he take really long with a song.
Yeah.
Because he wants it to come out perfectly. And even if you compare the songs written, you enjoy him auto-tune.
Yeah.
Like it's a song when naingia nawe kwa studio nimetoka and I already have a song. Compared to these guys who go, they camp in a studio,
they have a band.
Yes. Like the lifespan of this autotune song versus this other one yenye wasa wameekelea life. I think the other one do it a lot.
The longevity is, and I think for me, I feel like it's also deeper. Like you see how our parents like picked a partner. Like it was never about physical because me, I won't even lie to you. Me, I've grown up with my uncles because at some point my grandfather chujad everyone from the house. So he was like, and he chujad everyone. I mean, he had money, but he chujad everyone. He didn't want to see anyone at home. So at some point I was living with them, and I got to see like the women they were dating, and I won't lie to you, all of them ended up marrying people who are not traditionally attractive like that. Like I'd see the chicks that they were dating, but all their wives are not, I'm not saying they are knee, but all their wives were not. And I got to realize that there were other redeeming qualities that they had. It was not all about looks. Like they were good wives,
good accountants.
Yeah, good mothers. There were other things. So I was asking them, and they were telling me, listen, like if you decide to marry someone because of looks, like looks fade. After a while, and utazoea too,
First of all, disclaimer: everyone has beauty in the eye of the beholder.
Yeah, I'm saying. I'm saying traditionally.
I'm talking to myself. Speaking for myself. See, number one, beauty is in the eye of the beholder, right? But kuna best yangu fulani anaitwa Bruno. Shout out to him kana sikiza hii show.
Shout out.
Mazi Bruno he really recommends to me some very interesting beholdings.
Discoveries.
Chikmanu, chukole. Thank you baby. Chikmanu unajua wewe shida yako ni moja wewe shida yako Manuni, wewe ni msewa out of the parents. Hata history out of. Chukole Manu. Thank you. Wewe mchukue. And I'm sure maybe that chick is looking at me and saying the same thing. But yeah, bro, I've heard your speech.
Yeah.
Umeongea story ya accountant nini. What you guy, man? You need to enjoy what you're looking.
I think that is part of the reason, and I feel like you can also find someone attractive out of other things, like me, I find discipline attractive to me. Honestly.
So you'll be attracted. How will you know the person has this?
Me, I'm a guy of sijui breasts or sijui thighs. Me, I like personality. Like me, I'm a guy of personality. Like on a deeper level.
Let me tell you.
I mean, it so happens that like my girl has a big behind. It's a bonus, but that is not the entire reason I'm with her.
No, I feel. I hear you. I feel like this outward appearance is a gateway.
Yeah.
Okay. if somebody is a very good personality is hidden in not a pleasant appearance for you, because everyone has specific standards. So sadly, maybe many people will miss out on the good personality. But sadly also as human beings, maze tunaangalianga outside appearance, especially siku hizi. You guys unaangalia hivi unasema, hey, you guys, there's another guy in TZ. Sijui kama uliona hiyo video. I think he's Ugandan. So this guy is getting married to a certain white lady. So this guy is clearly a very young guy. Alafu huyo madam alikuwa
she's been around.
In fact, I think sijui kama alikuwa hapo time ya Kenyatta akipeana flag ya independence. Sijui
nimeona kwa hiyo picha. Unajua tukishukisha hiyo the Union Jack. Unajua hiyo flag ya
independence you guys. Take it, you mean? Okay. One of the things that I love about this particular woman is she has discipline. So that mother has been around and bought a t-shirt. But now this guy, amesema huyu mama ndio. Did you see that video?
No, I've seen a few.
I didn't share it with you last week.
There's a show I used to watch called I think 90 Day Fiancé, and I see a lot of that, like that dynamic of an older white woman now with like a younger African man.
It happens a lot in Malindi.
And you can just see that like the reason is ni kutoka kwa block tu.
So yes, in fact that's what guys are writing in the comments, because even time unajua your time you may kiss the bride. Hey, mama alikuwa ready for to get into the business. Lakini jamaa alifanya to touch and go. Take away, watch away, bana, please. So guys in the comments walikuwa nasema wewe maze, kiss the business. Hata mchezo, kiss the business. So I don't even know where that story came out from, but clearly, appearance, you guy has something to say about this maneno.
I think that story of me, because I'm like, listen, look at the person that you are with, and if the entire reason you are with that person is because of appearance, you need to understand that other people are also seeing what you're seeing in them.
No, but you're not staying at the appearance. See, after kissing the business, sasa ndio unaingia hiyo maneno yako ya discipline.
Sasa shida ndio hiyo sasa. You can be stuck in a relationship because the other person is attractive. Like even if they don't have any other qualities.
No, that's a short-term strategy. Like kitambo mimi nilikuwa msee wa sijui kama naweza sema hii maneno. But kitambo kuna wimbo ya dem fulani anaitwa Nyota Ndogo. Kuna time Nyota Ndogo alikuwa kwa TV, I think some show. Na alikuwa anaimbia makalio. Cheki makalio alikuwa anaongelea. So kitambo mazee makalio ilikuwa
inakuchanganya.
Ilikuwa inanichanganya.
By kitambo unasema jana ama?
Hapana, kitambo. Sasa nimezeeka you guys, nimemashua.
You guys, let me tell you.
Sikia you guys,
usione simba imenyeshea ukadhania ni paka. You're still dangerous.
What do you mean? Mimi ndio simba.
You guys don't underrate yourself because you're
I'm telling you this story for a reason. So over the years I've learned that those makalio are not the only formula that you need to have a successful relationship. Sasa zingine lazima mkae chini kwa your respective makalio and talk about life. And life is not about that. That's just something appealing ukiangalia. But later on, life begins lifing. And I'm talking about someone who's married to one of the most serious makalios ever.
I think you're the one who has the joke where you're telling me the joke. I think you have this joke where you say like you enter a room and everyone knows why you are with that person.
Yeah, but no, chike udem nazedi mu intelligent man. Hey, ulitoa udem.
Akona discipline.
Chike manu anajua kuchoose madem. Huyu ni brilliant. Cheke because of hizo makalio ndio kona. But that is a very temporary reason. And sadly, some of these things, they got into my subconscious.
Yeah.
But if I was younger, like you guys nikiwa Campo. I think I've told you this story in another forum.
Yeah.
In Campo I met this mami, you guys. Nimeingia class. Baza amekaa hapa kando yangu. Hey, you guys, that chick was interesting yani. As in tulianza tuku vibe. You guys, stories, nini. Alikuwa dem fulani, alikuwa naenda church fulani hapa karibu na tao. Kainaitwa some church up near St. Paul's. There's another church around there. She used to play the violin. And then she's just nice, gentle. I love pia alikuwa muluya, you guys. Yeah? You guys, she ticks my mother would have been excited, you guys. But shida yangu ni so the reason nilichujo dem as in hiyo time tulikuwa naoita number 11.
Yeah.
Check it, dem ni number 11, bro.
Number 11 meaning
1-1. You guys, can you imagine? Like that was the dumbest thing I ever did, you guys, as a young man, you guys. You guys, what damn as alikuwa now? Where's you guys in terms of personality and other things? And then number 11 thing, you guys, as I'm saying, that's a very temporary thing.
Yeah.
Like that's something you can, and if you see her right now, she didn't look the way she used to look those days. She looks very, but now she's married.
She's like 13, ametoka 11 akaingia.
You guy. Okay, I think 12 and a half.
Yeah. 12.5.
But you're getting my point.
Yeah.
So I lost out on that very dope individual because of very weird, lame standards of body shape, you guys.
Yeah, I see that a lot, man. Like even like if I look around my circle of friends, like my friends who now ended up dating people because of their looks. Like you just see like the struggles they go through because of that. Like you see there's no love there, it's just lust.
Especially initially. The problem is lust, it's temporary. When you fulfill the lust after a mtu anaku uvi, you guy. That's why I was really wondering with all these mummies who used to reject me them days. Huh? You guys, look at me now. I'm sure I want to regret, you guys.
Okay, find your projections.
You guys, they didn't know, you guys, what they are passing over. Nilikuwa na boy wangu fulani alikuwa naitwa Edu. Edu mazee alikuwa light skin fulani. So mazee those days when we go out, mazee madem wote walikuwa nendea. Umse alikuwa na wafukuza jo. Check out, toka like literal. Kama makuku. So us guys are standing right there next to this guy. You get not attention. Hakuna mtu hata anakuangalia. But because this guy was light, you get had the complexion for the protection. You guys umse alikuwa anapata ma request. So it's interesting. I guess it goes both ways. Chicks love a certain guy who looks a certain way, and dudes love a certain type of chick. But I think it's a short-term strategy, you guy. Wewe bana watu wanaongea hapa kuhusu Bashir. Okay, hata mimi wananiongelea. Shora Mohamed anasema Manu is in his Mubaba's era in the dating scene. We mzee.
Joma.
There's someone who's talked about you. George Raphael is also in the comments and anasema lock.
Shout out.
Good to see the short Bukusu Luandeti native back in the studio. Unaona sasa huyu anani judge because of my looks. But for you, out of how big is looks in terms of when you're choosing? Okay, now I know you're dating someone. But generally speaking, how important was how someone looks?
I think it's very important, first of all, to be attracted to the person you're dating. Because you can't also just find that he's someone because of all these other qualities, but you're not attracted to them, kabisa. That's why I said like you can be attracted to very many things. Like I told you, like me I'm a guy of personality, and like I'm a guy of in some high level of intellect. Like I look beyond the looks, but the looks are important. I mean, like if you see my girl, you'll understand. Like there's that, but also it's
also pia ni mtu wa makalio.
Me honestly, siwezi kudanganya. I think that is my that is my type. Like, but now there are other things that she does that also attract me. Like she's an amazing cook. She goes to the gym. There's that. Like this aspect of you can be attracted to someone because of those things too. But obviously looks play. Like you can't be with someone and you look at them and then you choke. You get. So even all these other qualities and they can be redeeming.
You guy kuna comment hapa nilikuwa nataka kusoma lakini wacha niwache for now, nitaisoma baadaye. There's somebody who's saying Bash is capping at discipline and personality. Sema umependa hizo nini weather.
You guy.
But look, it's also important because just like I was telling you the story about that Makalio saga. I've also in a certain type of my life I said mimi nitaachana na hii story. Nikapata mtu mwingine sasa mwenye alikuwa opposite wa huyu mwingine. Na to be honest, saa zingine ilikuwa inanipigwa na botwa. Give me. So me, I think they are non-negotiables.
Yeah.
Like
100%.
When you're looking for someone, okay, obviously human beings are very different, but you should have non-negotiables. Like me personally, I wouldn't date someone who's taller than me. Just one of my non-negotiables.
So that's why you don't have a woman right now, because they're all taller than you.
You guys, I'm 5'6".
This is an emergency broadcast to all our wind down buddies. If you are shorter than Emmanuel, please comment there.
You got the idea of being siezi chukua kitu hapo kwa supermarket ananichukulia. That does not work for my masculinity.
My girl is bigger than me, like literally, like taller, like more, like I don't feel weird about it. I'm just like, if she ever catches me like doing something, she can really tandika both of us.
You guys, you're really gonna be in problems, you guys. So you should have those non-negotiables. Say this is what I want, and be very clear about them. But it shouldn't be sort of set in stone.
Yeah.
I've seen guys, just make it work, out of something which, you thought you'd never ever be with such an individual. But you just bond over life and personality and interests.
Discipline.
And you live happily ever after, you guys.
But now the question, Manu, is like, can we just circle back and ask ourselves, like, how important is this love manenos in a marriage or in a relationship? Because I told you that's like it changes. Like you can love someone today and tomorrow you feel very indifferent about it.
I think love is a verb. Like it's a doing word.
Yeah.
It's not a feeling. Our problem is because of the movies we've watched on Hollywood. When I was growing up, there were some other novels called Mills and Boone. So there used to be love books.
Yeah.
So stories, I met him and he made me feel so nice. So if you're basing your relationship on that feeling, you're gonna hit utaingia mtaro moja deepest, because those feelings fade.
Yeah.
But it has to be a commitment, and I feel once you commit and say I love this person no matter what.
Yeah.
Okay. And love
unconditional.
Yes, love means if this person gets unwell, I'm the one who's gonna be there taking care of them. If this person is going through a rough patch, maybe they've lost a loved one, maybe they've lost their dad, they've lost their job, you're going to step in. Actually, the action of love is not it's not the prettiest thing ever.
Yeah.
Like me, I want to come to the radio show. I don't feel like coming and see you in, you're in bed, sijui nikulete dawa, because sijui unasikia umechoka. Like those actions are boring.
Mkanyage mgongo.
Yeah, bana, sijui nifinye hapa hivi, the time it's 3.
Tole notes.
Yeah, bana. Ama mtu anaanza kusneeze katikati ya usiku, you guy. Check ata. You know those weird things people have?
Yeah.
And everyone has those things. But because love is a verb, and that's what I told myself, love is a verb, meaning I have to be telling this person I love you means I have to be there for them, you guys, when they're through the good times and also through the bad times that they're going to be PTAing.
Yeah.
So many times I look at someone who I claim that I love. I'm not feeling that feeling, but I've made a commitment. And I think where we've lost the plot in this era is nowadays guys go by feelings.
Yeah.
In fact, nowadays during conversations, most people say, I feel.
Yeah.
It's because of that thing of now putting feelings superior to things like keeping your word. Kitambo, keeping your word was a very serious thing.
Yeah. In fact, by the people will fight you. Like, have you ever seen this thing? Are you calling me a liar?
Yes.
Like, that is cause for some proper beatings.
Yeah, so you fight for the honor of your word, you guys. But now...
Jiggy, are you calling me a liar? Okay, someone nyorosha you some of the deepest condes you get.
Mtu anatoa
kupiga makondes ule msawati zote kwa jitaje Mandong.
Yeah, Mandong.
You guy ati inaitwa Sungundo ama sijini.
Sugunyo. Cheki hili linatoka Sugunyo, natoka na ngumi inatoka Sugunyo. So I think if we solve that, our relationships would last longer, but it's easier said than done.
Yeah.
I think in the current era that we are living in, most guys are led by how they are feeling at that particular moment.
Let me ask you about what do you feel about these people who are so-called experts in relationships? Do you think there's such a thing, you guys? So you've decided, you guys, you are a relationship expert. So you are the one giving people advice on what to do. Like,
I think
some of that, like that's like a snake oil salesman.
Yeah. I think some of the things they say are good things. So the question is if they are doing those things.
Exactly.
Okay. So you just hear what they are saying. And then you do what they're saying, but if you follow up and see if they're doing it, maybe you'll get disappointed.
Yeah.
Many of these guys we listen to over here on our playlists are divorced.
Yeah.
You know, kina Mariah Carey. Mariah Carey alikuwa na Nick Cannon.
Yeah.
Ama was he with Nick Cannon?
Nick cannot. Nick cannot keep it in his pants.
Nick's nuclear.
You know, there's a clip of this guy being asked the names of his kids. Do you know he does not know the names of some of his kids?
Why there are many?
Yeah. He has like nine kids right now.
Yeah.
So he's being asked by say, can you just name? It's like you know, sometimes like you don't even know the names of your kids.
But there are many, you guys.
Yeah, your dad had 22 kids. You guys didn't know all your names. You guys. Ama sometimes he call you cheki. Wewe red umesema uko class. I think my dad also at some point was overwhelmed. So sometimes he'd enter the room and be like, wewe red ulisema uko class ngapi? It's like I'm a stranger.
Me no, he never needs to know our birthdays. I'd tell him, hey, today is my birthday. All right. That is amazing. Jackie, what do you mean that is amazing, bro? So I'm saying, this chick, Mariah Carey, sang some very serious love songs. I believe someday you and me will fall in love.
We belong together.
Yeah, Kina Boyz Man.
Touch my body.
Babyface. Remember Babyface?
Yeah.
I think we've had some Babyface today. But they chest unafaa kutuwekea Mariah Carey tukirudi top of the hour. So, they sang those songs about love, but they were not doing those things that they are singing about. So I think saying and the actual practicalities of it, it's a different thing. Nowadays, I love hanging out with older couples.
Yeah.
And asking them questions like, how come you guys stay together? What is the secret to your longevity in your marriage? And most of them just say forgiving each other really quickly.
Yeah.
You know, hanging around the right people.
Yeah.
Not taking your partner for granted in terms of familiarity. Like, see, for me and you to last on this radio show, we have to always we shouldn't be familiar, you guys, with each other. And with also with chess. So every time you have to renew those thoughts in your mind, like, hey, this person is an amazing workmate, and I have to respect their skill and their level of decision making.
Yeah.
But now you have to keep reminding yourself those things. And that's why I'm saying love is a verb. It's a doing word. It's hard. Like, it's a hard thing.
Yeah.
You guy. That's why you meet someone, kesho anakuita babe, kesho kitu anasema I love you. You're like, where is she? Tukitoka hapa wewe. You don't love me. Ai. What do you mean?
What do you think about this maneno sijui ati soulmate, you guy?
You don't think there's a soulmate? When you umekuwa skeptic maneno ya mapenzi. What's up?
Sijakuwa skeptical. I'm just saying some of these things, they sound nice ideally, you know, as a concept, but you guys in real life they really don't make any sense.
Maybe soulmate is that person who you'll stay with until maybe they become a soulmate at the end.
What if my soulmate is in Denmark? Because do you believe you only get one soulmate?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Soulmate, probably the concept of a soulmate is at the end, not at the beginning. Because at the end, when you've been together for 60 years, mmepiga maisha, you've gone through challenges of life, overcome them, and then now you're reaching the end. That, I think, is a soulmate.
So you're saying soulmates are not designated, they are made?
I think so. That's polite, you guy.
Kata hiyo.
You guys show leo imekuwa deep, you guy. Leo tumetoa man nuggets, you guy. Me, I think even now. Sijui mbona sikuwa ni wisdom yote nikiwa na bibi, you guy. You guy, bibi yangu akarudi sahi. Shilishangaa, who's this guy?
You guy, in FIFA there's something called side coaching. So when you're watching two people play football like FIFA, you guy, you really have ideas because you are outside. But you guy, when you get the pad, you guy, you really struggle with the same things you are saying.
It's new nani Man City coach anafasi
cheki kocha rewe bana ingiza nani. It's called side coaching. It's very easy.
You guys must. This is Radio Generation. The show is called The Wind Down. We've just been hanging out with Bashir here in studio. We're not going anywhere. Don't touch that dial. We'll be back.
It's 9 o'clock.
Radio Generation. The sound is fine. Pump it up, turn it high all the time. Let the music move you, let's sway. Radio G's got your jam all day.
out and stressed out? Yeah. Join the Wind Down for unfiltered conversations and a dash of light banter blend to give you a reset after a long day.
That's what it is.
Tune in, relax, and reclaim your chill, laughter, and good vibes on the Wind Down.
You got it locked.
Let's wind down your day the right way on the Wind Down.
Nothing else like it. Nothing else like it.
Yeah.
Be mine. Now you wanna be free, so I let you fly. 'Cause I know in my heart, babe, our love will never die. No, you'll always be a part of me. I'm part of you, definitely. Boy, don't you know you can't escape me? Ooh, darling, 'cause you'll always be my baby, and we'll linger on. Strong, and I know you're never gonna shake me. Ooh, darling, 'cause you'll always be my baby. Hey, do-do-do-do-do-down, do-do-do-do-down, do-do-do-do-down. I ain't gonna cry, no, and I won't beg you to stay. If you're determined to leave, boy, I will not stand in your way. But inevitably, you'll be back again. 'Cause you know in your heart, babe, our love will never end. No, you'll always be a part of me. I'm part of you indefinitely. Boy, don't you know you can't escape. Ooh, darling, 'cause you'll always be my baby, and we'll linger on. When your days and your nights get a little bit colder, I know that you'll be right back there. Baby, believe me, it's only a matter of time. You'll always be a part of me. I'm part of you indefinitely. Boy, don't you know you can't escape? Oh, darling, because you'll always be my baby, and we'll linger on. Sun can raise a feeling strong. No, you're never gonna shake me, baby. Ooh, darling, 'cause you'll always be my baby. You'll always be a part of me. I'm part of you indefinitely. Boy, don't you know you can't escape? No, darling, 'cause you'll always be my baby, and we'll linger on. Sun can raise a feeling strong. No, you're never gonna shake me. Ooh, darling, 'cause you'll always be my baby. Do-do-do-do-do-do-down. No way you're never gonna shake me. No way you're never gonna shake me. You and I will always do-do-do-do-do-down.
Radio Generation, the home of urban soul.
I found a love for me. Darling, just dive right in. Follow my lead. Well, I found a girl, beautiful and sweet. Well, I never knew you were the someone waiting for me. 'Cause we were just kids when we fell.